friend is fellow GCN radio host, pharmacist Ben Fuchs, for the rest of the hour today. And watch Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. We're going to have a detailed analysis of this birth certificate that is fake. So fake, they clearly put it out to cause the controversy and to cause this to be the issue. Again, we can see in the Photoshop fields different digital artifacts, and then areas where there are no artifacts showing it's been heavily altered. That's 100%. When you blow it up and areas have digital artifacts everywhere from low res, and then areas that have been doctored or high res, they did a very sloppy job on purpose. You can look with the eye and see the fonts are different in many areas. This is incredible. And it's so they can call us conspiracy theorists when we don't. I mean, I want to talk to pharmacist Ben Fuchs about, because, you know, he's a guy trained by the mainline system who witnessed this for himself. And, oh, by the way, I wanted to bring Ted Anderson back. I'm twisting his arm to talk about his family, because he listened to pharmacist Ben Fuchs, who's been on, I don't know, for a year or so on Genesis, with his dad, who has Alzheimer's, and Ted agreed to do it. And I talked to Ted. He's with his dad routinely. He tries to take him fishing and stuff. His dad was getting to the point where didn't even really know who people were. And I want to get Dr. Blaylock back on, brain surgeon. He talked about here on the air how statins attack the brain because they're made up of cholesterol, the brain is, how not having enough minerals is linked to it. But side issue, this is not placebo. Ted started giving full-spectrum minerals, liquid minerals, the Tangy Tangerine that I and my wife started taking a few months ago, to his dad, and his dad has short-term memory back. And a bunch of other, he used to have sores on his skin, he bumped the wall, it would, you know, rip, you know how old folks are. Now that's not happening. It's so incredible to have pharmacist Ben Fuchs and others break down the fact that, I knew this working for large animal vets, you know, back when I was in high school, even back to junior high on the summer, that they were obsessed with vitamins and minerals for cows and horses. And, of course, Dr. Joel Wallach is a famous veterinarian in his own right, and zoologist who worked at major zoos. That's how he really discovered this for himself. But I'm already getting off the reservation, and we're almost even out of time with our guest. It's just so incredible, the fact that we are under such amazing mineral and vitamin deficiency. And just as a side issue, what do you make about what happened with Ted Anderson's dad with the Alzheimer's?
Alex?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Alex. We are suffering from the signs of nutritional deficiency, not diseases. We're told that we're sick. We're told that there are diseases that are numbering in the tens of thousands. The World Health Organization has a list of 12,000 plus what they call disease categories. And what I've witnessed over the last 25 plus years of practicing pharmacy and alternative medicine is that we're not sick, we're starving. Nothing demonstrates that more clearly than the experience that Ted had with Alzheimer's disease. The brain is firing out rapid chemistry at a rapid clip, so it will exhibit nutritional deficiencies very fast, and it will exhibit healing by supplementing with nutritional supplements just as rapidly. Not only that, but the nutrients that the brain needs are specifically the B complex and essential fatty acids, as well as minerals, and these are nutrients that are not found in food and that are excreted rapidly. The good news is that once you start a nutritional supplement program, what Ted witnessed is something that I've seen over and over and over again. We heal rapidly. We exhibit the signs of nutritional satisfaction, nutritional satiety quickly, because as soon as the body gets the good stuff, it starts its God-given healing process.
But the system doesn't want, even though they have the studies on this, to give this to Alzheimer's patients or diabetics across the board, because they'd rather sell you some $1,000 a month drug. Now, the good news, in a way, is they're beginning to patent the B vitamins, the hormones, the minerals, the compounds. So it does cost money, a lot more, maybe 10, 20, 30 times, but at least now doctors are starting to recommend a little of this because now their guild is allowing it.
Here's a couple of points. Number one, when they patent these drugs, they patent these nutritional supplements, they tweak them to make them drugs because nutritional supplements cannot be patented. So they have to tweak the molecule, they have to change the molecule so that it becomes a prescription drug. See, the power structure wants us to feel out of control. That's why the economic figures go up and down. That's why the TSA is molesting us. That's why we get terrorist threats. It's all designed to make us feel lost and scared, and nothing makes us feel more lost.
Exactly, and they're attacking us through the food supply, as Bertrand Russell, as George Bernard Shaw, as all the globalists said they would do. They're doing it. The MSG, the aspartame now in all major gums at the store. You cannot find sugar gum. I challenge you to find it. They are assaulting everyone. Folks, I want to be honest with you. And it doesn't even mean that I take all of my own advice. I try to. I'm eating healthier. I'm exercising more. I'm now taking the minerals, and I can feel a major difference. My wife is the one who is literally glowing now. And I don't want to get into any of her mild health things, but we've seen reversals of stuff. And it's not placebo because we're very cynical. We've tried a lot of different stuff. There is something about liquid natural vitamins. We'll have Pharmacist Ben Fuchs break that down. And I wasn't planning this. I talked to Ted. Ted's my friend. I talk to Ted all the time. He's up in Minnesota. I've been up there fishing with him and hunting and stuff over the years. I've known Ted now 14 years. It'll be 14 years next month. And, Ted's parents are great people in their 80s. And his dad's a great guy. And Ted's been really depressed. Every time I don't want to get into all the private stuff, but Ted said I could talk about some of this. Almost every time I talk to him on the weekend, he's not with his son in the Army or his kids. I mean, he is sometimes. He's usually trying to take his dad fishing because he's saying, hey, I don't have a lot of time left. And lately, a few months ago, he's like, man, my dad is really drifting off. He almost has no memory, repeating everything. Doesn't know who people are sometimes. And Ted, 6 months ago, Michael Zwirling, who's the owner of a few stations we're on out in California, big stations, said, look, Ted, believe me, this stuff's real. Try these vitamins, okay, because they're in the liquid form. They're the type you actually absorb. There's over 90 of them. The government says you only need 40. Try it. And Ted's like, okay. Ted had a knee so bad he's about to have surgery. He took this cartilage supplement they've got, gone. So a month and a half ago, Ted will tell the story briefly, and we'll have Ben Fuchs comment. Ted got his dad on... and again, they got to check out the rest with the doctor. So he's only got him on the tangy tangerine and got him on the essential fatty acids, which, again, the brain is 70% water. Of the 30% that's solid, almost all of it is a cholesterol-based electrochemical computer. And I remember 20 years ago reading people with who have epilepsy, they tell them get on these certain type of high-fat diets. I mean, this has all been known, folks, okay? And his dad has had incredible rebound. And I started thinking when Ted was telling me, wait, Dr. Blaylock talked about all this. He talked about chronic brain inflammation from the MSG, the aspartame, the aluminum, but also the nutrient deficiencies. And Blaylock has his own line of minerals, which we're not affiliated with, but I say those are great too. And how the statins are going after the brain because they attack oils. The brain's oil, folks. Ted Anderson, tell us what's happened with your dad.
Well, I mean, it's just simple as this, Alex. You'd be over at my mom and dad's house, and my dad would ask you a question, and then about a minute later ask you the same question, and then again. And he just didn't have. You could ask him what happened just a few moments ago. I remember taking him fishing out on the. We went ice fishing up north, and we caught a lot of fish, and he caught most. And we went in, and he says, "Well, what are we doing?" And my brother says, "We're fishing." And he says, "Oh, yeah, that's right. Too bad we didn't get any." But now I can go in there and he can tell me what he did 2 days ago. He can tell me what, like I was over for Easter and he was able to recite why my brother wasn't going to be able to show up on time with his wife. Stuff that you just never would expect from him. His skin was black and blue on his hands. If he just brushed against something, his skin would tear up. It was so paper thin. And he always had bandages on. The Band-Aids are gone. He has his short-term memory back. His life, he's revitalized. It's like my dad is back. And all he's been doing is taking tangy tangerine, which is a mineral vitamin mix. And, I'm just so tired of being lied to by the doctors. They wanted to cut my knees out, knee surgery, want to replace it with a hinge, for God's sakes. And now I've been taking the things. My left knee is as good as my right knee, and my left knee was.
How long has your dad been on it?
Dad's been on it for, I would say, probably about a month and a half.
Okay, now, here's the issue. InfoWarsTeam.com. I don't get behind something unless I believe in it. You pay $10 and you get a discount on it, or you can just go buy it and pay the full price. And we do want people to pay it forward to spread the word about this. I've just been buying it and giving it to family. And now when you drink the Tangy Tangerine, this isn't like your normal vitamin thing where it just tastes like little sweet sugar. I mean, you can taste it. It's almost like it's harsh, but in a good way. For somebody who in the past has enjoyed a shot of Jack Daniels, it's kind of good in that way. I mean, it's not as hard as drinking Jack Daniels, but I mean, it's powerful. You can taste the vitamins. You can taste all the flavors. You can taste the, things you've never tasted before. And again, my wife, like 3 months ago, when Ted was sending us this stuff, was like, come on, you got to take this. I'm like, I never take vitamins and minerals. I'm sure it's great. I know it is. I've started taking it. It's amazing. And this is real. I tell you, buy silver when it's $5 an ounce. It's, how much is silver now, Ted?
Well, it was just under $50 an ounce.
Okay. I told people buy gold when it was $260. It's $1,500 and what now?
Well, $1,537 roughly.
Okay. I'm not perfect, but I only promote what I feel good about. I'm a free market capitalist. I hope you buy a whole bunch of it. We can fund our operation. I hope you sign up and become a distributor and sell it yourself at InfoWarsTeam.com. But I'm going to be honest. I sleep well, even though I know the globalists are after me. I am a type of person, when I do something wrong around the office, I apologize. I feel bad. Just little slights. None of us are perfect. I mean, I'm a guy who only promotes what I believe in. And I studied history. I've looked at it. I think these are the best supplements out there, bar none. And you start getting these testimonies like Ted's talking about, InfoWarsTeam.com. In fact, I forgot to get the number. So we've got a big team of folks, too, that can answer questions. So will you guys pull that off the site for me? Thank you. We'll put it on screen. InfoWarsTeam.com. Ted Anderson, I want you to stay with us. I know this wasn't planned, but we talked about maybe getting you on a few days ago. Bringing pharmacist Ben Fuchs, again, mainline pharmacist who found out about all this, teamed up with InfoWarsTeam.com. What is happening with his dad? What is happening with his niece?
Can you hear me out there, Alex?
Yes,
Alex,
sir.
Here's the deal. As we get older, our digestive system begins to get weaker. Not only that, but 60 to 70 million Americans have digestive problems anyway. But it's really serious when we get older. And I used to be a consulting pharmacist in nursing homes. Let me tell you something. Everybody in a nursing home has got a digestive problem. One of the things that happens when you have digestive impairment is you do not absorb your nutrients. I cannot tell you how critical it is to take your nutrients in liquid fashion. The beautiful thing about the supplements that Ted's dad was taking is that they were liquid, they went to work right away, and they went to work where they were needed right away, specifically the minerals and the B vitamins. As we get older, we don't absorb these substances, and Alzheimer's disease and many of the diseases of degeneration that older folks suffer from are nothing more than nutritional deficiencies, and it's critical that we all understand this.
Well, under scurvy, just in mainline medical encyclopedias, it describes not having enough vitamin C alone, old wounds opening up, old areas where teeth have been pulled opening up, the hair falling out, the eyes degenerating, the men going crazy because the brain is literally falling apart from not having vitamin C. Explain that. One vitamin.
Here's the thing, Alex. If you look at the medical textbooks, they'll tell you about the horrible things that go with scurvy, and they'll tell you about the horrible things that go with pellagra, which is B3 deficiency. They'll tell you about the horrible things that go with beriberi, which is thiamine deficiency, but they don't tell you about subclinical pellagra or subclinical scurvy or subclinical beriberi, which means it's not bad enough that your blood vessels explode, but it's bad enough that you get little cuts and little nicks in your arteries so that cholesterol has to come and patch it up. It's not bad enough that you have full-blown dementia, but it's bad enough that you're a little bit forgetful. It's not bad enough that you have full-blown beriberi where you can't get out of bed, but it's bad enough that you just don't feel good enough. You don't feel strong enough. So what we want to understand is that the recommended daily allowances and these amounts that we're supposed to be taking are based on disease disease states, but we all suffer from subclinical disease states that show up as just getting a cold frequently, or just show up as mild depression, or just show up as blood pressure problems. And this is where we have so much opportunity to take care of ourselves through nutritional supplementation, through taking control back of our health, through not participating in the food system. And that's one of the most important things that nutritional supplementation allows you to do. Once you start supplementing, folks, you will not feel like you need fast food as much. You will not feel like you need the potato chips once you get on your essential fatty acids. You will not feel like you need the coffee once you get on your B vitamins. You will not feel like you need a blood pressure medicine once you get on vitamin C. Taking nutritional supplements, getting on a nutritional supplement program is the most powerful strategy we have at our disposal from disengaging from the machine, from the state-run monster that's taking control of our lives.